Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and my YouTube channel is called Rachel Went Shopping. I have a very exciting video for you guys today. I'm going to be treating and protecting Louis Vuitton Vachetta leather for the very first time. Yes, I have never done it before. We are going to do it together today. And I'm going to start with several of my pieces from the Louis Vuitton Murakami Re-Edition collection that just came out. If you guys watch my channel, you will know that I am not the biggest fan of fresh, untreated Vachetta. I much prefer the treated Vachetta that we normally see on the men's styles. And a lot of the Murakami pieces that released in the Re-Edition collection came with brand new, that very light, untreated Vachetta. My goal is for that Vachetta to develop an even honey patina over time. I want to avoid water staining as much as possible. So I have done a lot of research on the different protectants that you can use to treat your Vachetta to then hopefully get that even nice honey patina as the years go on. So in today's video, we are going to talk about all of the different options that I've researched and which one I'm going to be using today, and we will do it together in this video. So let's start by talking about the different options you can use to treat your Vachetta leather. In my research, I have found 3 versions. A lot of people swear by the Garde Apple brand leather care rain and stain repellent. And then you also have the Collonil Carbon Pro. Both of these are talked about on the Purse Forum as treatment options for Vachetta leather. You can also use both of these for shoes. I have used both of these on footwear for Uggs and luxury sneakers, but I have not used them on Vachetta leather. So for example, these sneakers I did spray with this, and I've sprayed some Uggs with this in the past, but I've always been very fearful about the process of treating the Vachetta itself. I've recently watched a video from Cindy at A Heated Mess, and I believe she used the Garde and sprayed all of her new Murakami pieces, and she made it look very easy. But I will say the biggest concern I have about it is not being able to control the spray. And I do think that it would be easy to, you know, tape it down with blue tape, put paper towel around it, etc., and make it a very controlled scenario. But there was a third option that I came across that made me feel a little more comfortable, which is what has arrived in this box here. It is called Havre De Luxe. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. By the way, none of this video is sponsored. I purchased all of these things on my own. So this is all just me testing these things out on my own for the very first time. So I found Havre De Luxe on Instagram, and I also saw many people comment this brand as well on the Purse Forum as a treatment option, not just for Louis Vuitton, but actually for Chanel and Hermes as well. So I ordered the Love Your Louis guide, and let's unbox this. I just opened the box. I haven't taken everything out yet. It comes with this guidebook. Thank you for joining. Oh, 10% off your next order. Let's see what else is in the box. So what I ordered was the mitt kit. So that comes with this large mitt here. I can't remember if this came with the Love Your Louis pack or if it was separate. And then it also came with this little mitt. And then in here, okay, 3 dry cloths, which these just look like disposable cloths. These are the products. And then 10 cleaning wipes. And then you've got some pink peanuts in here. That's cute. And pink tissue paper. All of my favorite colors. All right, let's check out the guide and the tips here. So on this tip guide, it says, to help you gain the most from your care products, always shake the bottles well before use. Our products are highly concentrated. A little goes a long way. Several lighter coats are always more beneficial than one heavier application. Always allow your accessories time to dry in between applications and before use. Store bottles away from direct sunlight and use within 18 months. Refill your bottles with our new refill pouches to save money. As always, test all products on an inconspicuous area for sustainability before use. And then in the guide here, I'm assuming this is going to tell us step by step how to care for our Louis Vuitton products. Again, this was the Love Your Louis Care Bundle. Read through the guide thoroughly, refer back to it when needed. And I did message them on Instagram before I purchased this. The main question I asked was, I want that honey patina over time. So I wanted to know if I treated this, if it would still develop that honey patina over time, or if it would stay that light Vachetta color. They said that you would get that even honey patina over time. It will just take a little bit longer, but it will eventually develop that darker shade. It'll just protect it from the water spots, obviously, which is consistent with what I've heard about the Garde and the Collonil spray as well. The reason that I decided that I'm going to test this product first is because in the videos on their Instagram, you can see that she's using this little mitt here, and she is spraying the product on here, and then she's rubbing it on the Vachetta, which I liked the idea of that had more control in the situation rather than just spraying willy-nilly, not knowing how far of a distance you have to be away from the product, if you're evenly coating it, etc. This just seemed a little easier to control in my opinion. So we're going to test that and find out. So in the bundle, we get these cleansing wipes, 10 of these, and it looks like they're individually packaged. Yes, they are, like this. And it says, keep this in your handbag for on-the-go emergencies. They have successfully removed color transfer, makeup, and even coffee. Perfect for canvas, empreinte, lambskin, and epi leathers. Then let's open this bundle here. So you've got the Gentle Foam Cleanser. This is our go-to cleanser, perfect to keep your accessories cleansed and refreshed. Perfect for canvas, empreinte leather, lambskin, epi leathers, and Vachetta. And I do have an epi leather piece that I actually want to clean, so I'm going to be testing that out as well. Then you also have the Hydrating Cleanser. This says 2-in-1, gently cleanse whilst also nourishing leather and canvas. Perfect if your leather or canvas is in good condition, but you'd like to revive it. A lighter conditioner versus our nourishing conditioner. Great for in-between cleans and Vachetta that's in good condition. Perfect for canvas, empreinte, lambskin, epi leathers, Vachetta, follow guidance. The nourishing conditioner. Gently nourish and condition your accessories. Perfect if they are looking a little tired. Also contains a UV filter, which will help protect against damaging sun rays, which lead to cracking and drying leather/canvas. Perfect for canvas, empreinte, lambskin, epi leathers, Vachetta, follow guidance. Then last but not least, you've got the Water and Stain Guard, which this is what I believe will be the closest to the Garde and this. This is their best seller, an absolute essential when it comes to protecting your accessories. Works to create an invisible barrier of protection against watermarks, color transfer, and stains. Perfect for canvas, all leathers, and Vachetta. This is the one that I am very curious, the ingredients. They don't give away their ingredients, which I think would be a concern for several people. And I could not find the ingredients on their website, and I feel like that's probably because it's proprietary and they're trying to protect their product. But that is something that I would like to know. But obviously, based on the reviews I've read and the videos that I've watched, it does seem like it's tried and tested. The company's been around for a long time. I didn't see any negative reviews, so that is why I feel comfortable testing it without seeing the ingredients. All right, and then your application accessories. Oh, this, I saw a little sponge in here and I thought it was a packaging thing. This is an application accessory, so don't throw that away. The optional mitt, which I did buy. And then I did buy this. So it comes with this and then these dry cloths. Let's read about the Vachetta. They have a Vachetta color guide, how we grade Vachetta and determine the care products required. So there's new Vachetta. There's patinaed Vachetta and then patinaed Vachetta that's older, worn, marked, and stained. So, new Vachetta. Our recommendation is to protect with our water and stain guard. Apply the product onto a clean cloth or their mitts, which are perfect for this. Wipe evenly over all sections of leather, paying particular attention to any seams, ridges. An even application is key, so try to work going around your bag in a particular order. For a patinaed Vachetta, it recommends the same thing, water and stain guard. For a older worn Vachetta, they give several options. You can either just use the water and stain guard. This will not remove any marks and stains, but it will help protect them in the future. Or you can gently and evenly use the gentle foam cleanser. Option 3, if it's really dry, worn, and tired, you can condition it, either using the nourishing conditioner or the hydrating conditioner. The nourishing will condition it more intensely. It's recommended for severely dry or cracked Vachetta. The hydrating cleanser will offer a lighter condition and will also cleanse. And then the Vachetta may darken after conditioning. After cleansing or conditioning, you can then proceed to protect with the water or stain guard. This will help protect against future marks. Any product applied to Vachetta will risk darkening the Vachetta. We have successfully used our water and stain guard, gentle foam, hydrating cleanser, antibacterial cleanser, and nourishing conditioner to brand new Vachetta, and it did not darken. Uneven and light application is crucial for this. And then it says that all of the products in this bundle can be used on Empreinte, Epi, Mahina, lambskin, basically all of the leathers, calfskin. Oh, this is the question that I asked. Will my Vachetta still patina if I use the stain guard? Yes, due to the nature of Vachetta leather, there will always be patina. However, by protecting it with the stain guard, you will ensure that the Vachetta patinas evenly. We have also found from experience that it does slow the patina process down. All right, I'm really excited to put this to the test, and I'm going to start with these smaller accessories. So based on the guide, we are not going to be doing any cleansing today. We have fresh, brand new, unused Vachetta here. And I'm going to be starting with the water and stain guard to protect, which I'm going to shake really well. Put this in here and use the mitt to apply it as suggested. So really quickly, I'm going to lay out this cloth, which this cloth is very soft. I love it. And let's start with this guy. I also saw them protecting the cherries on their video. Originally, I was just gonna do the Vachetta pieces, but it does say that it's okay to use on the canvas, so I think I might do the whole thing. And then I really wanted to protect the inside Vachetta piece, because if I'm putting cosmetics in and out of here, I was worried about what would happen to that potentially getting dirty, which is another reason why I feel like spraying this in here would be very complicated, but spraying it on the mitt and applying it inside here should be much easier. So it's another reason why I felt that this product was better for me to try than doing the Apple Guard spray option. Let's do this. We've waited long enough. Shake, 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 shake. I'm gonna open this up. Put the, you kind of gotta push it down, huh? I bought the mitt pack because she used the mitt in her video, and I like to, you know, follow the instructions as specific as possible. Okay, shaking this up, I'm going to start with this cosmetic pouch first because it's small and it doesn't have that many pieces. It looked like she literally did 2 or 3 sprays. I'm gonna test it because I want to see how dense this comes out. And I'm putting it on the side with the logo just so I remember. Because that was actually one of the other questions I had is, do I wash this in between uses because you're using like different products every time? Which maybe I'll have to ask them that question. But I would assume you would wash it, right? So let's see how this comes out. Okay, it's a pretty big spray, right? All right, so I did 3 sprays. There's the wetness on my thumb. I'm nervous. Here we go. I just did it really evenly. And I'm going behind there as much as possible as well. And then you don't really need to do underneath because it's like raw vachetta under there. That is what it looks like. Can't really see much. And I think I will do 2 coats, which it recommends 4 to 6 hours apart. So there is what that other side looks like. And then I guess I'll do 1 more spray or 2. I don't know. I just want to make sure it's working. And then I'm just rubbing this over like that. Really getting it in every nook and cranny. And then there you have it. I don't think there's really any color change. All right. I'm going to do that inside tab. And I'll probably do all the canvas, but all right, I'm going to do 2 sprays. And I'm laying this down flat. And then I'm taking this and just rubbing it around. And I'm going up and down the corners. And it said to do it in a continuous motion. So I'm doing circles and side by side, and I'm making sure that I'm getting the corners. Okay, I don't see anything weird or off. Now I think I am going to do the canvas as well as the cherries. It does say in that video that it's safe for these new cherries, which is kind of like, you know, a patent leather I would compare it to. So I just did 2 sprays, and then I'm gonna do it over canvas and over cherries. And then I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do the bottom. I'm gonna do the sides underneath those 2 vachetta pieces. And then I'm going to do 2 more and do the back. Okay, it doesn't feel sticky or anything. Doesn't look weird. There you have it. All right, I'm going to leave this open while I let this dry because like I said, I am going to come back to it and do a second coat. Now I'm doing the leather tabs on my toiletry pouches, and I will also be doing the interior tabs on these as well. I do this like that, and there you have it. And then I'm going to open it. And I'm going to do the leather tab on the interior there. The product doesn't smell like anything. Yeah, it doesn't really have any strong smell. All right, I'm making sure I'm getting all of the edges of the corners. All right, nothing weird happening there. And then I am gonna just do a quick coat on the canvas as well. I'm just doing a light coat and evenly spreading it throughout. I'm gonna leave it open again to dry there. And then let's do the 15. Sorry, let's do the 19. And then I also have my 26. I stuffed all these for their shape. All right, I'm gonna do 2 sprays. Close this up. So I'm kind of like folding it around the tab and just spreading it evenly front and back. That is what it looks like. The interior. I keep spraying the same side. I'm spraying the branded side. I'm doing about 2 sprays per section. I am going to feel so much better putting these to use now after I have these protected. I'm actually like giddy. Not noticing anything weird. I'm gonna do the canvas too. This one's bigger, so I did 3 sprays. Okay, let's do the Big Daddy 26. Oh my god, so cute. Let me know in the comments if you have used this product before. Just going side by side, up and down, circular motion, and then really going in around the edges. And then canvas. Gotta protect my Panda. Actually, I can't wait to use this on my Panda Pochette Accessoires because I do really want to make sure that that leather Panda is protected because that Panda is completely made out of leather. All right, so I got all of these accessories done. Now I'm going to do the Panda Pochette. So what I'm gonna do for this one is remove the chain. I have not used this bag yet. I have been waiting, researching which products I was gonna use to protect these. So this is a long time coming. The interior plaque on this one, I'm gonna be a little more gentle probably because this is microfiber. on the interior, and it doesn't specifically say about the microfiber. I'm gonna remove this leather strap so that I can lay it flat to do this. I'm touching the microfiber, but I'm just gonna assume that it's okay. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay, so I just did the inside plaque. Now I'm gonna do the side tab. This sort of like has the leather curve there, so I want to make sure I get every nook and cranny of this. And even on the inside of this D-ring, I'm really getting the cloth in there as much as I can. And then I'm going to do this. Let me show you how I think I'm gonna do this. So I'm laying this down flat. I'm going to spray 3 sprays, and I'm gonna do the one side like that. I'm holding it from the metal and I'm brushing it across top to bottom. I'm really getting that top curve part too. And then I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna do the same thing, one side to the other. And I'm gonna get under, or all around that corner as best as I can. Do a couple more runs down, just like this. All right. So yeah, you can't really notice anything dampening or anything like that. All right, I am going to protect this guy because I am worried about, and he is just made of leather, so same thing. I think I'm gonna do the other side because it is white and I wanna make sure it's brand new sort of cloth. All right, I'm scared. I'm gonna get the edges, and then I am gonna get the canvas too. My God. Feels so much better about protecting him. Okay. There you have it. All right, we will be letting him dry. I'm also going to do the denim pochette accessoire. I messaged them specifically and asked if I could spray the denim itself. And they said yes. I'll link the exact products that I purchased here down below though, so that you guys know what I'm using. I would say like it wasn't cheap, but you do get a lot in the set, especially with those 10 cleansing wipes. And I am interested to try those out. I think I'm gonna do a separate video cleaning the Vachetta on my Cherry Speedy next, and the canvas with the cleansing wipe, etc. So I can show you using the products on new bags as well as old bags. This is what I'm gonna do for this. Okay, how do I wanna do this? First, let's do the interior plaque. Yes. Okay. Now, I am going to spray this directly. I think I'm gonna hold it up in the air. I wanna make sure there's nothing else around that can get sprayed. And I think I'm gonna hold this back, and okay, wait, actually, here's what I'm gonna do first. First, I'm gonna treat these pieces just in case they get sprayed. Then after I spray it, I'm gonna do one light evening just in case to make sure nothing gets like super saturated in one area. So let's do that first. So I'm spraying the mitt, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to do this piece right here. And I'm running it on the whole piece up and down. And I'm doing circular motions to make sure I get everything like that. Okay, and then let me do the other side so I don't forget which side is which. So I'm running up and down first, and then circular motions, corners, edges, all of the above. All right, and then on this one, there's a teeny Vachetta spot there. And then obviously over here, we got to get every nook and cranny. So I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to do one spray. All right, and then let's do this side. All right, I'm doing the tab and I'm getting in there. The Vachetta is treated. Now I'm going to spray the whole thing, and then I'm going to do one quick wipe. Okay, so she said 28 to 30 centimeters, that it's not too saturated. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, bottom, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm going to wipe Vachetta down. All right, we'll let that dry, and I'm going to do the strap the same way I did the other one. other side. I'm gonna lift it up so I can drag it, and I'm getting every which way. All right, I did want to show you. Here's an example of a water spot on one of my vintage pochettes, which is super annoying. And like when you take these pochettes to the bathroom, for example, and you have it under your arm and you're washing your hands, and then it's like, is there a paper towel? Are you using the air dryer? There's just risk of getting water spots on this bag, which I think that's exactly where this happened, was in the bathroom, which is why I really like the idea of protecting it so that if it does get water spots, it hopefully just washes right off and you can get that even patina without having to deal with those water spots. But I will say, when I have the vintage bags, the water spots don't bother me as much as I would be bummed if I got one on a brand new Vachetta bag. The last two bags that I really want to do are the Alma BB and my Cherry Blossom Speedy. And then I don't need to do my black emprunt. I don't need to do my black multicolor. I did that. One bag. Oh, I need to do the side trunk, which I'm a little nervous about that one, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a lot of pieces. I'm like questioning whether I have it in me to do this today or whether I want to just wait and do this another day. All right, let's just do it because I really want to use this bag. I'm going to use the other side of the mitt now because this one's getting a little matted. All right, I'm starting with the interior tab here. There's a lot of Vachetta on this bag, which is why I'm like really paranoid about making sure I get everything. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I did 3 sprays. I'm going in for the bottom here. She's a loud one. I actually love the noise that this bag makes though. Okay, let me do the other side. And then I'm gonna get all on this side tab here. Make sure I get the bottom, like where it curves over there. And I'm gonna do the canvas too, because I am getting that down there. Oh my God, I love this bag so much. I cannot wait to use it. Okay. All right, now there's a lot of parts of these handles and I wanna make sure I get everything. All right, let's see. I'm gonna do 2 sprays. All right, I am lightly going to brush over the canvas and the cherries too, like she did in her video. And then I'm gonna do the other handle as well. All right, I'm really getting behind there in those crevices and then behind the handle. Do the chaps and we will see what happens. And then, oh, shoot. I gotta do the Alma strap. I almost forgot the Alma strap. All right, it's getting hot in here. I feel like it's easier to do it like this and then do it down the sides and then flip it around and do it the other way. Give it one more spray. Okay, and then this part here will be a little harder because it has these like extra loops, but I'm essentially gonna try to do it the same way. 1, 2. Okay, let's go like this. Getting the loops and stuff as best as possible. I think I'm going to wait to do my Cherry Blossom Speedy and my side trunk to sort of make sure this all plays out good, and then I will come back to them. I'm gonna wait the 4 to 6 hours and then come back and finish treating these all over again. Okay guys, it is now a couple days later. My ADHD brain has thrown me off from finishing a project as it always does, but I want to get this done. So let's finish. I actually did do the pochettes. I did a second coating on the straps before I reattached them. Obviously the interior leather piece, the extra pieces here, and then I do need to do an overall spray on this one again. I do need to finish the small accessories, and then I'm going to take one more stab at the Alma. So let's finish this up. Also wanted to show you after drying, there are no like spots. You can see how it's dried. without issue. No spray or anything, again, because I used the glove. You can see the glove has like a little bit of color change on it, but nothing crazy. I don't know exactly what that's from. All right. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do the inside label of this bag, and I'm just that is what it looks like after application. Here's the little 15 toiletry pouch. So there you have it. There's no significant color change after the first application. I am gonna actually protect the canvas on this one because the Panda is white. So I wanna give it just a little bit of extra potential protection. Okay, and then I'll do onion head because he also has a white face. Okay, I am going to second coat the Alma. One more spin at this part here, and I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm just rubbing it gently, but also sternly. And then I am going to spray this from far away, and then I'm gonna quickly rub it in to make sure there's no like spotting. Good about this, like getting protected. I'm really excited. Do one more pass on this. Okay guys, that is it for today's video. Testing out the Havre De Luxe products. I'm super excited to finally put a lot of these things to true use that I have been paranoid about getting the Vachetta wet. I found the product very easy to apply. I felt very comfortable rubbing it on with a microfiber versus spraying it on directly. I think you could also do like a cloud spray and then rub it in as well. That's something I might test in the future, but I'm super happy with how easy it was to apply the product versus being kind of scared to do the Apple Garde or the Carbon Pro. If you're interested in testing out a new product, I will link the set that I bought below. I am not sponsored by this brand. I did not get this product for free. I got an ad, I checked it out, I did my research, and I tested it on my own. But if you guys want to try it, go ahead and check it out. And again, as always, please share any other products that you guys have seen or used in the past. I would love to try them out, and I love seeing all your guys' tips and tricks as well. That is what I love about posting on YouTube, is just getting to share and collaborate with each other. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, because next I will be cleaning and conditioning the Vachetta on my vintage Cherry Speedy using the Havre De Luxe products. So stay tuned for that. Let's see how it does to improve some of that water staining. I'm very curious to try that out. Thanks so much for spending time with me today watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.